Hi, I'm Dr. Walter Matwichuk, and the purpose of today's intermittent reinforcement email message is to talk to you about the difficulties that sometimes occur when there's a great mismatch between the education level of an adult child and their parents. It's not uncommon for parents to wish that their children get highly educated to achieve some degree of insurance against the challenges of life. And parents often make great sacrifices to push their children through school so that they can become professionals. Unfortunately, sometimes such advanced education leads to delays in starting a family. It can contribute to the development of different values, different politics, different interests. And then adult children and their parents sometimes find themselves at odds with each other in family discussions. It's not uncommon during family holidays for adult children who are professionals and well-educated to have difficulty relating to their parents or relating even to their siblings if they too are less well educated. And when siblings have children, very often their parents will focus on the lives of the grandchildren and have great interest in their grandchildren, leaving sometimes the adult child with the professional background to feel somewhat underappreciated or underrespected. In today's intermittent reinforcement email message, I help the adult children to cultivate flexible and non-extreme attitudes, tolerant attitudes that will allow them to have healthy feelings of disappointment and sorrow without provoking them to feelings of anger, which will only lead to a greater divide, estrangement, conflict at family dinners. I have worked with different professionals who have had this challenge, and I have also in my own life experienced this challenge. And my view is the best solution is for the adult who has the greater degree of education to use their REBT point of view to tolerate the fact that perhaps family members with less education just don't have the bandwidth to have higher level discussions, and that they don't really have to appreciate the work that the professional does. I encourage people who have difficulty in this situation to give up their need for approval, their need for acknowledgement that they're achieving, a need for external validation that their life is going well, and that people in the family absolutely have to acknowledge that and show interest in what they do. In my view, it's better when people tolerate each other, even if they may be bored during family dinners. Arguments with each other and then cutting off family relationships that often occur seem to me to be bad solution to this problem. People grow apart, and sometimes as we age, our politics change. Education may very well play a role in it, but it may not be due to education. It could just be due to other factors. But regardless of the reason for the divide, it seems to me that the individual who's suffering with feelings of anger and hurt, and making the inference that they're not being appreciated or respected, be the one to adopt a healthy, flexible, and non-extreme attitude, and not demand that other people in their family appreciate them, show respect, and try to make the best of whatever time they do spend with their family. It's not uncommon after our folks are long gone that we look back and begin to realize that maybe we could have did a better job at focusing in on their strengths and not upsetting ourselves about their weaknesses. Of course, once they're long gone, can't do much about those family arguments that occurred during holiday dinners. Therefore, I'd strongly suggest that you read today's intermittent reinforcement email message and work hard to change you. Albert Ellis, the originator of rational and emotive behavior therapy, used to say that you have a half a chance of changing yourself, but you have virtually no chance of changing another person. And therefore, it would be better to take the good and leave the bad during any interactions you have with them. So, I would encourage you to carefully read today's intermittent reinforcement email message and implement it. I would also encourage you to watch me on Saturday, because every Saturday at 9 a.m. on Zoom, I hold a demonstration session where I teach the sensible, practical, flexible, healthy attitudes of REBT to a willing volunteer who's willing to discuss a real problem that they're having with their family, colleagues, work, or other sorts of problems. We discuss problems of self-discipline, interpersonal conflicts, pretty much any problem that a person may have is fair game for us to discuss on Saturdays. And this is a great way for you to see and learn for yourself how to use REBT. It's free to attend, but you need the link, so you can write to me at rebtdoctor@gmail.com and request the link. We've been at it now for almost 200 weeks. We're approaching our 200th consecutive week, and people from all over the world attend and volunteer. REBT is applicable across cultures because we do not encourage people to relinquish their cultural prescriptions. We encourage people to relinquish their dogmatic attitudes towards cultural prescriptions. So you can see how this all plays out on Saturdays, and I hope to see you on a future Saturday.